What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So I got a few errands to run today, but while I was leaving the house, I just got a delivery from FedEx from B&H, and that will be the Zhiyun Molus, what is it, X100 bicolor light. I got an Aperture 120D Mark II, which I use a lot. I use it for travel, as long as I'm not traveling, I'm not going out of the state, but if I'm doing like a local shoot, that's my main go-to light. It's also a light that's setting up the setup right now. So I was looking for something else a little bit more portable, more compact. So if I'm going out of the country, I can still have a light. I do have, like, the apertures, the MC lights, which, serves this purpose. I also got a pro photo light as well, more for flash photography, but I can use it. But I wanted something a little bit more solid. So today's video is going to be a quick unboxing of this bad boy right here. I got the pro kit, if you want to know. We got this right here. What's the name, man? Take that off. By Zhiyun, hopefully I'm saying it correctly. Zhiyun 100X bicolor pro light. I'm gonna pop this bad boy open right now, see what we got in it. I think the price was solid. I think the technology is solid. It's supposed to be really, really compact. I had a couple Genray lights, starting off my, career as a content creator. To have is like, a 3-point lighting system. But ever since moving to like the Aperture 120 Mark D, eventually I will get an Aperture 300 just for like more narrative shooting. A lot of times I'm hiring a gaffer on set, and they have multiple lights, so I haven't really wanted to, clog up, be a hoarder, and have a bunch of different lights in the living space, because I got already too much gear. So when this kind of came out, when I seen the early videos on it, it really intrigued me just by how small it is, how compact it is, and that's something that is very beneficial for me, because it generally has a longer lifespan in terms of my content creation. Like even right now I'm trying to sell my 5K iMac, which is difficult. There's so many M1 new computers that came out, so much new tech come out, so I gotta meet up with someone I gotta plug it in, try it out. So when it comes down to portable things in terms of lifespan and how much value it adds to me as a creator, as well as the resale market, I appreciate it, because now when I'm meeting up with someone, if I decide to move on to a different light, I'm showing up with this. It's something I can fit in a bag. This is something I definitely can travel with. Let's cut this open. So I could tell you off the back, there's 3 boxes. I don't got the top down set up right now, so let me flip this box to show you how it kind of came. Thank you for being patient for the most unorganized unboxing, but that's just me. I don't really do unboxing videos. Just everything's right there. 3 box. I'm assuming this is the main light right here, and there's gonna be some accessories in it as well. So we have, let's pop this first box open. And I'm gonna put links in the description box below. So if you want to check out this light, you want to cop this light, from everything I've seen, the test videos that's already on YouTube, I'll put a link in the description box below, as well as a link to all the things I'm going to talk about in this videos. A reminder, of course, no additional charges help support this channel, which I sincerely appreciate. And while you're down there, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and give the video a thumbs up. It'll cost you nothing. So first thing we got, nice little case. I always appreciate when companies give you like a little case. DJI is notorious for it. When I got the RS3 Pro, came with a nice little case. So we got everything right here. We have, wow, is this the light right here? Ooh. This seems a little too small to be a light. I think this is the light. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So this literally is the light right here. Look at the size of this thing. So this is what I'm talking about. This is something that'll fit in my camera bag with my C70. I can have the Aperture 120D. So to have it at this size, huge, and I always got wireless labs, so I don't have to worry about the mic being too loud. So that's one plastic. Then we also have right here, I think this might be the battery. All right, let's see. All right, I think this is the battery grip. So I think we're gonna have to do something like that. We're gonna read the instructions. But I believe this is the battery right here. It's gonna give you a certain amount of battery life. We have charger cable, DC charger. We also have a little Bowens mount right here. Wow. So I guess that is going to go. I can see the lock. It's a lock right here. Yeah, I'm gonna eventually read the accessories. So this is how we want to mount a softbox Bowens mount right here. I like this little setup. Really compact. So that's gonna be the light, the Bowens mount, everything right here in this little package. So whenever I see a light come out the size, I already knew it was gonna be efficient for how I move as a content creator. If I'm doing narrative stuff, I'm always gonna have my Canons. I'm gonna have all 3 cameras, the C70, which is right here. I'm gonna have the C500 Mark II, which I'm shooting on right now. But ultimately, when it comes down to lights and rigs and tripods, that's where I'm a little bit more flexible, finding what's the most efficient. Right now, I got the C500 sitting on the Satchler Flowtech. I love it. The Active 8. Spent a nice little chunk of change on it, but the lifespan of it, I plan on having that tripod for the next 10, 15 years. So, mount this to an umbrella. What is this to set up? This is the Bowens Mount adapter. That comes in a box. All right. So we got this. We also got the mini softbox. Block the face so you can see it. So let's pop this bad boy open real quick. And that's what I'm saying. Like when it comes down to like being on vacation or traveling, being able to grab some content, always recommend getting a 5-in-1 reflector. That could be very, very beneficial. But just like this little setup in itself, yeah, so I just like it. I like this setup. So you could just got a lock switch right here. We'll take that off. And now in a couple of seconds, we have the ability to basically, boom. 100-watt light turned into a softbox. Like, man, the great thing about technology is things are getting smaller and lighter, and I really, really appreciate all that. And it comes with a grid. A grid came with the softbox. So if you're not familiar with grids, basically what it does is it controls the spill of light, just so you don't want to fall off. So like right now, I don't have a grid on my softbox. I was being a little lazy. I was literally walking out the door to go to Crumble, pick up the Friday cookies. That's what we do when we work out all week, and the box was just sitting right there. So I was like, let me just do an unboxing, because sometimes I open up stuff and I'm like, scrap the unboxing. So hopefully it was helpful. I'm gonna do some little quick tests on this thing. I'll do a later video, update video after using it, but I already know I'm gonna love the light. Familiar with their products, and just for the size, compact, being able to put this in my camera bag and not have to worry about any extra weight. Like I love traveling on my Aperture 120 Mark II when I can, but sometimes it's a little too troublesome. Like I just went to St. Lucia. It would have been nice to have a little light. A lot of times I'm using like, the MC flash, or I got like 2 to 3 of these, and I have some other, other brands that I'll bring with me to grab some light. And I got a 5-in-1 reflector just because if the sun is there, and I got natural light and I can bounce it to give a nice little diffusion. That's a option, but just to have something I can control that's bicolor gives me a lot of versatility for what I can do with it. I got the tube lights in the back, as you can see right here. The Nan light, I might bring those Pavo tubes with me on vacation, so it just gives me a little flexibility. I can fit all these into a nice little duffel, not gonna add any extra weight where you got to pay additional costs because you're overweight. So I might honestly wind up picking up another one of these. Sometimes I like to wait because I know companies like to compete, so I appreciate Zhiyun coming out with this. You never know, Amaran or Aperture might come out with something that's a competitor. Like I said, it's not like I need to have one company. Like at the end of the day, it's like what is going to work best for my content creation, my workflow, and ultimately my budget. So I think at the price range of what you get in the Pro Kit for $399, I think it's a no-brainer. You know what I mean? I do a lot of different things. I'm a multi-hyphenate, and for actors that might be watching this, I think this would be a great setup for you as you do self-tapes, something that's not going to take up a lot of space in your apartment, and you can get really, really good light, and it has a softbox. And if you're not familiar with like a softbox, because you're new to, you know, lighting, it's going to give you a nice little diffusion versus a harsh light if you just blast light on, which is going to give you like a lot of wrinkles and show blemishes, where a softbox is just a better diffusion. It's emulating the greatest light source there is, which is the sun. That's why like sometimes people always tell you shoot on a cloudy day, because the clouds act as like a diffuser. So that's what a softbox is doing, a nice soft light, just flattering. And then over time as you shoot, you'll learn how to position the light to kind of have it where you want. So you can see right now there's a this side right here, that's the softbox right there. Ideally, if I wanted to, I could have raised the softbox to knock this out, or when I cut in post, that might be framed out, or sometimes I leave it. It is what it is, as long as it's not too distracting when I pull it up to edit this video. Yeah, do I recommend it? I do recommend it. I think it's something that can go in a lot of different kits. This is one of those times where I'm not going to say that it's specifically geared towards, you know, a solo shooter or anything like that. I think anybody from a solo shooter to a professional, you know, you might be shooting a narrative car scene, you know, having a light of this size to light up, which is going to be a lot stronger than an MC light, is something you appreciate, and it's bi-color, so it could be an accent light. You know, you have a lot of different things you could do with it. And then if it's something you're not using, it's not taking up much space in your apartment or your house or whatever it is. So I always appreciate things that don't take up too much space. You know, you see all this gear. In this case right here, all these lenses act as, you know, part of the ambiance of the environment, my shooting space setup. So we're gonna wrap it up right there. So I appreciate you for checking out this video. Remember, there's no such thing as a perfect light, perfect gear, perfect camera, perfect lens, perfect microphone. It is what is the perfect gear currently for your budget, for your content creation, to help tell your stories right now effectively. Don't go into debt trying to buy some gear to keep up the Joneses. Even though I am a Jones, you know what it is. Enjoy this journey. Buy stuff you can afford, that you don't have to worry about trying to recoup your money, that you can get out there, be creative, and learn, because repetition is going to be the key to success ultimately. With that said, we're going to wrap up the video right there. And as always, stay creative, be courageous, and get on your grind.